Hey, loungers. I hope everybody's doing as great as the pre today. Shout out to all of you who will catch the replay and everybody. I know there's a lot of people that are going home from work and different things like that. I have been off since 3 o'clock, so I personally wanted to put this live together. And I've been actually trying to do this for the past couple of days, but I haven't really had time. So now is the time, I think, is a good time to do this. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about this today. Now, really honestly, I'm not here to drag Photon or anything like that, but I'm definitely going to include what he has been discussing with the sector in regards to making money on YouTube and, you know, these 16,000 subscribers and 100,000 subscribers and all this other stuff that somehow magically makes, you know, your check from YouTube much higher. Okay. And I want here to let you know before anybody decides to get into this program, the YouTube partnership program, which I am in. And I'm actually going to pull up my page right here live for you guys to see. I don't have to show any screenshots or anything like that. I can just go right in there and kind of show you exactly what's going on and, you know, and let you know how easy that is for any content creator to do that. Okay. Now I have a couple of channels, as you guys know. 2 of those channels are monetized, including this one. But this channel does not have nearly as much monetization as the other channel does. Okay. And that is because I did specific things with that channel. And I'm going to talk about those things today. One of the things I didn't have to do was yell and scream and catfish everybody from 20 years ago on how, you know, things were. As a matter of fact, I'm not even seen on that video, on that channel most of the time, okay? There's some times where I come on camera and I talk. Other times I don't. And you do not have, that's like a myth. You do not have to be on camera in order to be making money, okay? So that is one thing. But it's kind of, it depends on what you're doing. It depends on your niche and various things like that. So we're definitely going to get into all of that today. I'm going to share 2 specific videos with you guys today as well from other YouTubers who have made this kind of money and who definitely understand what this is all about, okay? And particularly even that haven't necessarily made this kind of money, okay? So we're going to go ahead and get all into this today, what this all means, whether or not subscribers is what's going to get you this kind of money, or whether sponsorships or affiliates would get you this type of money, okay? So I definitely appreciate everybody who's piling in. Make sure you guys hit the like button on the way in. Appreciate you guys, beautiful Bernice and Ray Triggs, for being in the building as well. Let's go ahead and get into this, guys, because we're not going to be very long. There's no real reason to stay on this for 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 hours, you know, yelling and dragging everybody in the sector. We can just simply talk about this and tell the truth about it and be done with it. So let's go ahead and get into this right now. Now, one thing for sure and two things for certain, guys. I am not a YouTube partner expert, okay? I do not know everything that there is to know. There is a lot more that I can learn. I have learned a lot in the past 3 years since I've become a YouTube, since I've gotten into the program. But honestly, it is not everything that I know. And I don't think I would ever know everything because, number one, I'm not expecting to make this my life changing, story, right? I mean, would I like that to happen? Absolutely. I think any YouTuber who is, uploading content and has an audience would absolutely love to just be able to sit down on a beach every day and talk to their audience, for an hour and they make millions of dollars. Okay. I think everybody in the world, if they had the opportunity to do that, I think they would do it. Right. But for me, that's not what I'm necessarily looking for. I'm actually looking, to connect with people. I've spoken with different people about different things that I'm interested in, different genres that I'm interested in, and so forth, right? For instance, I'm interested in camping. I love Black camping, so I watch a lot of black camping channels. I also watch just regular camping channels as well, right? No matter whether they're black, white, it doesn't matter. I just like that kind of stuff. So that's a genre that I really like, right? Some of my favorite campers are AB Camp. What else? We've got the Outdoor Gearman, which I'm going to talk about some of this stuff today because some of these particular YouTubers have actual sponsors and affiliate partners. Okay. There's another one, Crazy Quady. Shout out to him. I love these guys. Okay. And I happen to love a lot of these other programs that I watch as well. One of my favorite true crime channels is Kendall Ray. Okay. She also goes with, not only is she in the YouTube partner program, but she has multiple affiliates that she deals with and sponsors that she deals with as well. And I will put a link to some of these channels in my description box so you guys can go over to these channels and kind of take a look at exactly what I'm talking about, okay? And not one time will you ever see any of these people jumping up on the screen, yelling at you and telling you how to make money and telling you that you must follow them and that, somehow they have this magic sauce, okay? No, it's very simple. It's not very simple to attain, but it is a very simple program. Okay. And we'll get into all of that stuff today and just kind of talk about those things. And, maybe we have some of our bigger YouTubers that are actually in this sector that can give some advice on this stuff as well. Okay. And again, this is not for me to be bashing Photon. I think I've had enough of that, right? Yeah, I'm still going to troll him and all that stuff. But I've had enough of just, kind of throwing him under the dirt. I don't think it's that deep, right? But I must talk about some of these things because it's just amazing that, how this has gone in the past few days and how, sometimes we think that, if we just yell at somebody enough or tell somebody something enough times that it'll just be believed, right? As opposed to looking into things yourself. So what we do here in the lounge is we look up evidence, we look up information, and we present true facts and true information to the people, right? We don't like to go by your word and you just tell me whatever you want to say and I'm just going to believe you. No, I'm actually going to need to get some tangible proof of what you're saying so I can move along and accordingly to what I'm being told, okay? So that's what we're here for today. We're going to look into some of these things on how to get this money, how if you really are looking into getting money on YouTube and how to set up your channel for doing that, okay? Now, I want to tell you that it's when you get into certain niches, right, it automatically kind of just comes with it, right? And in other niches, it does not, okay? For example, if you're into the beefing and into the arguing, there is a specific place for that on YouTube. That does not necessarily mean that you will not attract sponsors, right? It depends on the kind of sponsor it is. It depends on various things. It depends on who you know. It depends on who you get involved with, right? So don't think that just because, you're out here screaming and yelling that somehow nobody's going to be attracted to that, because that's not always the case, i.e. Tasha K, right? She's a very, very messy YouTuber that has a lot going on, but yet Tasha K was able to acquire multiple sponsors, okay? So it's not necessarily a thing of that. It all depends on what you're doing and how you're doing it. Okay. So, and also, how far out you are pushed into the algorithm as well. Okay. So that also goes along with it. And that's just one thing I wanted to share. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is play a video for you guys. And we're going to do this in fair use. Let me go ahead and present my screen to you guys. And again, make sure you guys hit the like button. I do appreciate everybody for coming in the building. But what I want to do is I want to talk about how much YouTube pays 1,000 views. Okay, so bear with me just a moment. So bear with me just a moment. All right, so let me go ahead and play this video first. Okay, so this is going to be a really short video. It's only about 40 seconds long. And then I'm gonna undo it, and then you guys will be able to see it in just a second. I'm gonna remove the banner so that you guys can get to that. And again, like I said, I really want everybody to kind of understand how this works. And you got to be able to show and tell. You can't just say whatever you want to say and expect everybody to just believe you, because that's not really how that works, right? You most definitely want to be telling people exactly how to get to this bag if you're going to be talking about it. Okay. So let's go ahead and let me remove my banner so that you guys can see for yourselves how this kind of works. Okay. And fair use, I'm going to put up my fair use banner on that. And then we're going to go ahead and play this video. And again, I want you guys to kind of hear from somebody who has multiple subscribers and has millions of views on their channel. Okay. And this is a TubeBuddy. Shout out to TubeBuddy. I have been with TubeBuddy before. I actually like that program. I just don't feel the need to use it as much as I used to when I first started YouTubing and I first started doing this. But you guys can sign up for TubeBuddy. It gives you a lot of analytics and stuff outside of what YouTube already gives. And then it also gives you some even some things that you can discuss, right? It gives you ideas on niches and stuff like that. And it kind of teaches you how to niche down your channel to what your audience is looking for. Okay. So shout out to TubeBuddy for that. And there's some other programs very similar. But let's go ahead and look into this real quick, guys.
How much money did I make from 1 million views on YouTube Shorts? On a standard YouTube video, the money you get per 1,000 views, the RPM, varies massively. Anywhere from $1 to $20 per 1,000 views, which means a range of $1,000 to $20,000 per 1 million views. But since we're now over a month into Shorts revenue sharing, creators are starting to share the data that they're seeing on their Shorts revenue. And the RPMs are way lower. They seem to range anywhere from 1 cent to 6 cents per 1,000 views. I'm personally seeing an RPM of about 5 cents per 1,000 views on a channel that gets around 20 million Shorts views per month. So that means for 1 million views, I made $50.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Yep, guys, just to let y'all know, he made a whopping $50. Okay. 50 freaking dollars from this whole thing. Okay. From 1 million views. Okay. So now you do the math yourself. Okay. 25,000, 16,000 subscribers, 150,000 subscribers, right? Even with 150,000 subscribers, it's very easy to get 1 million views. Okay. Very easy to get that. Everybody that watches your channel is not going to subscribe. I'm letting you know that now, especially if you've got some really great videos out there. They are going to look at it. They might not even like it, but they're going to enjoy it, right? And they're going to move on to the next video. But everybody who is watching YouTube does not hit the like button, and everybody that's watching YouTube does not subscribe to everybody's channel. Okay, that's just the thing. It's just what it is. I'm pretty sure during your course of going through everybody that you watch on YouTube, you are not always subscribing to every video and every channel that you watch, right? You're not always hitting a like button every time you watch a video. It just doesn't always happen. Even when you see all the great like things and all that, animated stuff going across the screen, that does not always prompt people to hit the like button. Okay. So with all the millions of likes and with a million views, okay, that does not mean you're actually going to make money off of those views. Okay. You must be reliant on other ways to make money on YouTube. Let me give you another example of that. Okay. So bear with me one moment while I share my screen again. And we're going to talk about how much YouTube pays for 1,000 views in 2023. Okay. And this is a very recent video. This is not anything that is brand new. But again, we're going to take a look at this and we're going to see exactly how much money people are making on YouTube with even just with 1,000 views or per 1,000 views.
You upload at the beginning, sometimes in the middle, and at the end of your videos. Once you get 4,000 hours of watch time and 1,000 subscribers, then you can join what's called the YouTube Partner Program. Then YouTube will pay you a cut of the revenue, and that's what we're going to be talking about in this video, how much you actually make. Now, I personally run a ton of different YouTube channels, and I did some research into both my own channels and other people who've uploaded videos talking about how much money they make per 1,000 views. And the answer is that channels make between $1 and $30 per 1,000 views. So the average channel, based on my research, makes $15.50 per 1,000 views. But with that being said, most channels, from my personal experience, only get around $5 to $10 per 1,000 views that you make. Now, in order to make more money per 1,000 views, you can do a couple things. First of all, you can create a channel in what's called a high RPM niche. Now, RPM is how much you actually make per 1,000 views. And depending on the niche that you're in, some advertisers pay more money to put ads on videos than others. For example, Apple is one of the top advertisers on YouTube, and they're likely going to be putting their ads on technology videos. And Expedia is another one of the top advertisers, and they're likely going to be putting their ads on travel videos. Now, here's a list of some of the highest CPM niches, so feel free to pause this and screenshot if you want. They include finance, make money online, technology, health, investing, travel, legal, insurance, makeup, marketing, real estate, cars, movies, and DIY and tutorials. But with that being said, some channels in lower CPM niches can get more overall views. Some examples of low RPM niches include pranks, scary videos, gaming videos depending on the game that you're playing, and general top 10 videos. Another way to make more money per 1,000 views is to create videos longer than 8 minutes. Then you can go to your YouTube studio, then go to content, and then go down here and select any of your videos once you're monetized. Go down here to the monetization tab, and then from here, you can add multiple different ad breaks if you click manage mid-rolls right here, and you can put multiple different ad breaks throughout your video. As you can see in this video right here, since it's longer than 8 minutes, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 ad breaks instead of just one if the video was shorter than 8 minutes. And I recommend spacing out your ad breaks at least every couple minutes so it doesn't interrupt the viewing experience too much. With that being said, don't just make videos for the sake of them being long so you can put multiple ad breaks, because there's a trade-off if you make long videos without actually providing value. So if you make a longer video, make sure to only make it longer by providing more value to the end viewer. And remember, value can be either educational or entertainment value. And keep in mind, videos at every length can go viral. Now, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret, and that secret is that this channel that you're watching right now makes over $200 per 1,000 views. Now, you might be saying, Matt, how in the world is that possible if channels typically only range from $1 to $30 per 1,000 views? And let me let you in on a secret. This is by selling a digital product with my channel, which is my YouTube course, Tube Mastery and Monetization. And we average around $100,000 per month with this channel, whereas ad revenue only brings in like $6,000 to $12,000 per month. Make sure to check out my video on 12 different digital product ideas that you can sell from your channel. I go over a bunch of different digital product ideas that you could potentially use to make even
Okay, guys, so I didn't want to play that video in its full entirety, but I did want to give you guys, and I will put a link to that video in my description box so you guys can take a look at the full video for yourselves. Either way, I wanted to give you guys an idea of some of the higher paying niches that are out here, right? And you guys can, like I said, if you wanted to niche down, you can niche down into some of these other, things, and this is where you get this higher revenue, okay? Legal and stuff like that. Those kinds of things are going to get money. Travel, camping, like that's all travel, right? All those things are going to make you money. Okay. But you have to be niching down your channel, and it has to be a certain way. Now, let's talk about sponsorships. Okay. Because we already got into how AdSense really doesn't make much. Okay. Especially depending on the kind of niche that you're in, and also depending on, how long you've been doing this as well. Okay. So if your channel has been around for like a year, right? Just giving an example, because you can easily monetize your video and your channel within a year's time. You can do it much sooner. It could be done in a week, really. Okay. If you really wanted to do it. But either way, it can be done. And just giving an example of a year, how, a lot of people may take a year or so to monetize their channel. It took me, I think, 6 months to monetize this channel, and I got the other channel monetized pretty quickly. It was much quicker than 6 months. Okay. I think it was maybe 8 months for this channel. And then the other channel, it was much faster. Okay. So either way, but it was all in how I did it and what I did. Okay. So let's talk about a little bit about ad revenue. Because again, like I said, we talked about this on that video, but the average YouTuber, okay, that earns money from ads on your content makes, for 1,000 views, is about $1 to $2, maybe $30 at the absolute highest in the highest niche. Okay. And then YouTube Premium is also a way that you can make money on YouTube. Okay. So you actually do receive a portion of YouTube Premium subscribers' fees when they watch your content. How much of that is, I have no idea. I have never figured out how much that is, because it's the money that I make on YouTube, especially with this channel, is just not life-changing enough for me to be like, wow, I'm making like major money off of this stuff, right? But it's definitely there, okay? And it's like a portion of what you'll see in your revenue every month, okay? Channel memberships is another way. Shout out to all the Black Lounge members. I really appreciate you guys. I do not have memberships on my other channel as of yet, and there's a reason for that. But I do have memberships here, and this is so we are connecting with each other. There's specific things we can talk about. We can go in other spaces and talk about these things, and you guys just really support me, and I definitely appreciate that. That is one major way to make money off of YouTube, is through your channel memberships and through your audience. Okay, by super chats, super stickers, channel memberships, Cash Apps, Venmos, PayPals, all of those things, right? But keep in mind that none of those things are really long-standing, right? Anything could happen. A person, you could fall out with one of your members, or anything like that, and they could just walk away. They can choose to walk away at any time. Also, when it comes to, Cash Apps and Venmos and all that stuff, you can't really rely on that, right? When it comes to actual, funding for your channel and actually making money, long-standing money for your channel. It's, anybody in their right mind wouldn't think that they're going to just, be set for life from Cash Apps and super stickers and super chats, right? Things vary from video to video. Whatever you might be talking about today might, actually pull in 100 people that really want to hear it, and they want to send super chats and super stickers. What you're talking about tomorrow might not attract a single super chat, right? Or attract a single super sticker. So, that's perfectly fine. And that is why you can't rely on that. It's not that a content creator doesn't appreciate it. It's just, it's not something you can long-term rely on when it comes to making money on YouTube. Okay. But it is a thing. Okay. Now, the only way that you're going to make super chats and super stickers is by joining the YouTube Partner Program. So, of course, you got to have 4,000 watch time hours. I believe the subscribers have gone down, though. I'm not sure about that. I'm not 100% sure, because I've been monetized on this channel now, and the other channel I've been monetized for a while. But on this channel, I've been monetized for almost 3 years. So, well, about 3 years. So, I believe that you have, no, I'm 2 years on this channel. I believe that you have to have 1,000 now. I'm pretty sure it's still 1,000 subscribers that you have to, and you also have to link your channel to AdSense. Okay. Again, you're not going to make a lot of money off of AdSense, no matter how many views you're getting, no matter what, you can get 2 million views. It's not that you won't make money, but you can't rely on just having 2 million views and boom, you're going to just make a lot of money. That's not how that works. Okay. Again, it depends on the niche you're in. It depends on various factors when it comes to that. Okay. And if you're in a higher paying niche, then more than likely you're going to get paid more. Okay. But, some of these things most of the time don't make that kind of money. Okay. Especially like, videos and like, just stuff that you can get from other places and stuff like that. It's just not going to do it. You have to be pretty creative on how you're doing things on YouTube. And yeah, you can go pretty far from that. Okay. So another way that you can do this is by selling your own products. Okay. So if you have like candles that you sell, right? That's perfectly fine. If you have t-shirts that you're selling, that's cool too. But you got to give somebody a reason to want to buy your merchandise. Okay. You can't rely just on that either. Like I can go into, one of these spread shops or something like that, and I can create a bunch of t-shirts and a bunch of blankets and hats and gloves and all kinds of stuff that says Black Lounge on it, right? And I might get a few of you to buy it, right? And everybody will be great. But that I can't rely on that every single month, right? Because the first month I might get 10 of you to buy a t-shirt from me, and next month nobody buys anything, right? Or for the rest of the year, everybody who wanted to buy something, they've already bought it. So they're not going to keep rebuying the same product. So what you want to do is in a case like that, and this is something I learned from other YouTubers, is you want to give your audience an incentive to purchase your products. For instance, I'll give you an example of what happens over in the other niche that I'm in, right, which is true crime. You can create, like say I'm going to do a show, right, and I'm going to talk about a missing child, okay? What I would do is I would offer a t-shirt or offer a mug or something like that to my audience. And I would say 20% of these proceeds will go to the Missing Children's Foundation, right? Or something along those lines. This is going to give people a reason to want to purchase my products and to continue purchasing such products. And then by proof of what's happening, I can show proof that, hey, we've sent 20% of this over to the Missing Children's Foundation. We've sent 20% of this over to the AIDS Foundation or whatever the case may be. And I'm doing that every single month and my audience knows that that's what I'm doing. That is going to not only attract other people to this, but it's also going to give the ones that I already have a reason to actually want to continue to purchase products from me. Okay. So you want to give your audience a reason. You can't just be out here willy-nilly selling merchandise, right? If you're into tarot readings or whatever, right? And you sell, candles or you sell, whatever, right? Make it niche down to what your audience would need. Are they going to need candles every month? Are they going to need more incense? Are they going to need more, whatever it is? Just make sure that you're giving your audience a reason to want to purchase your products, right? Don't just be out here selling products because I promise you're going to run into a brick wall. You also want to, you can also create sponsored content. And that is something that I really want to talk about today because those three things, selling merch, creating sponsored content, and becoming an affiliate partner, okay, which is all kind of running together. These are the ways that you make real money on YouTube, okay? You can do other ways, but these are the main reasons why people actually make money on YouTube and eventually get to that top level where they can retire, okay? Now, let's go ahead and get into the sponsorships, okay? And we're going to go ahead and read this directly from Google themselves on how to get into these sponsorships and, exactly how to get this done. Because a lot of times people are just not aware of, how to do this, okay? So the YouTube Shopping Affiliate Program overview and eligibility. The YouTube Shopping Affiliate Program gives you a way to earn money on YouTube while helping your audience find products that they love. Now, through this program, you can help your fans shop. So when you tag products in your content, fans can quickly scan for helpful information like pricing and keep watching your video while they check out the retailer's site. Okay. You can get more from your YouTube business this way too. And the affiliate program helps you get great shopping content in front of more brands and viewers across YouTube, including your overall earnings potential with YouTube. And you'll also earn a competitive commission when fans actually buy those products. So, for example, there's Ashley Says So. A lot of you guys in our sector actually know who Ashley Says So is. I absolutely love her content. What she does is she gives us stories on celebrities and things that they, like scandals and stuff like that. Okay. She does an absolute phenomenal job at doing that. She actually has sponsors with various affiliates, such as wine sponsors and stuff like that. And what you can get is like 20% discount or like a 10% discount if you sign up with her code. Okay. And she'll put a little bit of that in her video, and then she'll get right into, what she's talking about. Kendall Ray is another one in the true crime sector that actually does that as well. She may have, today she might have something from a food partner, right? Or she may have something from somebody who sells earbuds or something along those lines. And she'll give you a 20% discount if you use her code, okay? These are ways that you can make real money on YouTube, and you're making an actual, you're actually getting a check, okay, every single month. And that revenue is coming in every single month. And it's also giving people a reason to come back, okay? Just giving you some examples of some of these things, okay? You can spend more time creating as well when you're getting into this, because since you can tag products and get insights and review earnings in the YouTube studio, you can actually spend more time creating content that people actually like, and less time managing links and trying to put stuff together and all this other stuff, okay? And YouTube actually works along with you with these types of things. So in order for you to even get involved in this, okay, your channel has to, of course, have to be in the YouTube partnership program. You also must have 20,000 or more subscribers. You have to be based in the United States, unfortunately, okay? And your channel, it cannot be like a music channel. It can't be an official artist channel associated with any music partners or anything like that. These music partners may include labels, distributors, publishers, or even Vivo, okay? And your channel audience cannot be set as made for kids. Your channel can't even have a significant number of videos that have your videos set as made for kids, okay? And also your channel cannot have any active community guideline strikes, okay? So you got to be sure that you've got that going on as well. Now, once you actually get to these milestones, YouTube will let you know, right? And you can, decide if this is something that you want to do, and they'll give you the instructions on how to do that. I want to give you guys some of the brand retailers that actually work directly with the partnership program that you can tag, start tagging these products from regularly on your videos, okay? And that's if you're actually getting involved with them. And then we're also going to talk about some specific websites that you can go to in order to gain such partners, okay? So some that you can look into is Benefit Cosmetics, Bloomingdale's, Capulus, Clarins USA, ColourPop, Elf Cosmetics, Fenty Beauty, Fragrance.net, Geology, Keys Soul Care. And I would like some of us in our sector to listen to this, because some of us actually like some of these niches, such as P. I know that you're into colognes, right? You can look into a lot of these partners when you decide, if you decided to go this far. You can look into a lot of these partners and see about some of these sponsorships. And we'll talk about even more of that in just a second. We've got Keys Soul Care. We've got Glasses USA. We've got Lisa.com, Samsung, Newegg, Logitech is another one, GameStop, Brooklinen, Caraway. I told you about Bloomingdale's, Champ Sports, and different things like that. All right. So just giving you an example, if you have like a sports channel, you might be able to get Champs to actually sponsor your channel, right? If you have a makeup channel, right, ladies, you might, or men, you might be able to get Elf Cosmetics to, actually sponsor your channel, okay? Now, I want to tell you that I have spoken with some other YouTubers who have told me that they don't necessarily like to have the direct partners, right? And the reason for that is because it kind of ties you down. I know that AB Camping talks about this. Now, he is a person that goes out and he uses major camping gear, okay, that costs thousands of dollars to go and pick up. Some of the stuff is cheap, but a lot of stuff that he has is very expensive gear, okay? He gets a lot of these products for free because he goes out in the wilderness. He goes out in major storms and stuff like that. And he's able to show in real time how these tents are working, whether they're leaking, whether stuff is going on. And he is very outspoken. And he does not mind telling these people about their products. Okay. So most of the time, these companies are more than willing to send him products to have him test it out in front of his audience, because he has, 250 to 300,000 people watching him at one time. They'll have him go out in the wilderness and test it, their products and stuff, and actually review their products on his channel. Okay. He'll talk about it. He'll tell you whether it's trash, or he'll tell you whether it's good or not, or, or whatever. And they work with him around that. However, he does not like the affiliate partners because he doesn't want to be tied down to telling lies, basically. He doesn't want to be tied down to telling everybody that this is the greatest product in the world, when in actuality, it might not be, right? So he doesn't necessarily deal with that, but he has multiple ways of making money just from, what he's selling, right? And then there are some people that he does partner with, and at times he will partner with, and he will have a discount for you if you want to buy these products. Okay. So that's just some examples of some of those things. Now let's go ahead and look into the websites that you can use in order to gain some of these sponsors. And again, you want to be sure that you're looking into this well ahead of time before, you're actually looking into getting into such a program, right? You want to go ahead and, if this is something that you want to do with your channel, then, this is something that you can start looking into while you're building the channel and while you're building that niche, so that you know exactly kind of what you want to look into, right? Or exactly what you kind of want to take, what direction you want to take your channel in. So FameBit is a well-known platform for YouTubers and Instagrammers, okay? And it's a pretty good option for those to choose partnerships. Grapevine is another example of a website. My Social and Isaiah are also well-known websites that YouTube partners as well as Instagrammers use. Okay, Aspire IQ, Influencer.co, and Sponsored Show. Sponsored Show is one that I was aware of, but some of the other ones I didn't hear of, like Influencer.co. I didn't know about that, but I did hear about Sponsored Show. And YouTube, a lot of YouTubers actually talk about that as well, okay? And there's many other programs as well. You guys can look into some of these things like Tap Influence, Channel Pages, Trending Family, Space Station, and so forth and so on. But there are multiple sponsorship websites that you can go to. And once you reach those milestones, you can go to those websites, look into them, and you can sign up in order to become a sponsor. All right. Now, how you do that is you'll go in and, you don't really need to know this particular amount or exactly how this goes, but I'm just going to kind of share this with you. You would just go into your computer and sign into your studio if you got to that point. And then you just go to the section of content. You'd click the video you'd want to edit. You could select a few more options and just check the box next to my video contains paid promotion, like a product placement, okay? And that's how you would get those endorsements or get those sponsorships clicked into your video. But you have to sign up first. You have to be in a position to do that. And that would be by niching down your channel properly and then setting yourself up with the proper sponsors in order to have this done. So what have we learned from all of this today? Okay. I believe what we have learned is that you are not going to make money overnight on YouTube. It takes a long time to get to that place, okay? It takes a lot of work, It definitely takes some dedication and not, just, catfishing the people and yelling at the people and telling the people that you're going to make all this money. Okay. At the end of the day, the average YouTuber doesn't make that much money. Okay. It's kind of like a supplemental income to what you're already doing with your business already, or what you're doing, with your job. Okay. Don't quit your day job to become a YouTuber. Don't, put your business on the shelf to become a YouTuber, because I promise you, you're going to be broke, you're going to be busted, and you're going to be disgusted. Okay. You absolutely need to keep another source of income before you, while you're doing this, because you're just not going to become some large YouTuber overnight. Okay. No matter how many subscribers you get, no matter how many subscribers you obtain, it's just not going to happen. Okay. Now, if you work hard at it and you dedicate yourself to it like any other thing in the world, then yes, anything can become life-changing, right? If that's something that you wish to do. I personally am not looking for this to be life-changing for me. I have some other stuff that I'm doing outside of YouTube, although I love doing YouTube. And if it did become life-changing, of course I would be cool with that, of course. But at the same time, that's not something that I'm expecting. Okay. So don't go into this kind of expecting that, but definitely come in with an open mind and an understanding you're going to make mistakes. You're going to fall. You're going to get up. You're going to do this. You're going to do that. And it's going to be a long and bumpy road to that monetization, as well as a long and bumpy road to that whole partnership and affiliate partner program thing. Okay. But it is a thing, and it is something that can be done. And it's something that can be done with hard work and dedication, not yelling and screaming and catfishing. Okay. Now, I'm going to go ahead and go over y'all comments, and then we are going to end the show, because I definitely appreciate all of you for being in the building. Keeping it plain, I appreciate you for coming in today. You said, hello, T-Pre. You said, T-Pre, great topic, and to make it a great show. Thank you. I appreciate that, Kip. And you said, Kip, what are you doing here? That's my boy. You said, what's happening, Miss T-Pre? I appreciate you, Brixton, for being in the building. Beautiful Bernice, my favorite mod, one of my favorite mods. I appreciate you being in the building. You said, hey, to keeping it plain. The Godfather, D. Darrell, definitely appreciate you being in the building. Yes, Photon is catfishing. That picture, guys, if y'all didn't know, Photon actually was in a few things in the past. One of them was the Erykah Badu Bag Lady video, okay? And he's all the way at the end of the video, along with some other guys at the end of this video. But ultimately, that is him. And that was him when this video first came out in 2000, I believe it was, when this video was released. And so, yeah, so these pictures that we be seeing of him on YouTube in that avatar, that's him in that video from 20 years ago. This picture right here is him today. Okay. And I'm just saying, I know that for a fact, because I did meet him, and I know that's what he looks like. But yeah, either way, it doesn't matter. The bottom line is, get your money, get your bread, do your thing, so that you don't got to be catfishing nobody 20 years from now, like as if this is what you're still doing, 20 years later. Okay. I'm just saying. But yeah, shout out to the Godfather. You said Darrell. Vici, I appreciate you being in the building. I was going to make a crazy thumbnail. I mean, he always trying to drag a chick, right? Always talking about the Chronicles and stuff. So we could talk about the Catfish Chronicles today. Okay. So we can add that to his list. And you said I was rewinding earlier in the live stream. Right. Riz, I appreciate you being in the building. You said, believe you me, YouTube pays pennies. Fothong BBL got to keep pumping out videos, and even those videos will lose retention. Exactly. Just understand that too. Like, you got to understand whatever niche you're getting into, does it have long-standing power, right? Is it going to stay, is it going to be something that people are going to want to watch 5 years from now, right? There's some videos that I have, and I've learned that, right? Like I said, it goes from, I might have some videos that, I was talking about beef, or I was talking about, something going on in the tea sector or whatever. And I've gotten large views on those videos, right? Not necessarily a lot of money off of them, but lots of views. Okay. I'm talking 16, 17, 18, 20,000 views, right? 50,000 views. I've had videos like that. They're still available. But the bottom line is, Most people aren't going back and looking at those videos now because those stories are not popping. You understand what I'm trying to say? The young Pharaoh videos I have, 15, 20, 30,000 views on them, right? But nobody's talking about young Pharaoh anymore. So more than likely, I'm not going to get as many views on that anymore, right? Unless somehow something happens with young Pharaoh, then yeah, those will become valuable again, right? But the videos that I have on the Atlanta child murders, on what I have on my true crime channel, those videos last because those videos are videos that are forever, that people are forever talking about, right? Especially now with the Tupac thing going on. And I'll give you an example. There's a channel out here, I forgot what it's called, but it's called Machiavelli something, right? They haven't made a video in over a year. I can imagine what type of revenue they're getting right now, or what type of viewership, I'll at least say, what type of viewership they're getting right now, just based off of what's going on in the news with Keefe D and all that stuff. But they were making videos for years, and they stopped making videos about a year or so ago. Okay. And now I can imagine how many people are going over there watching all those videos, all their videos, just because of what people are talking about regarding Tupac now. Okay. So that's just an example of that. And yeah, so you got to think about when you're niching down your channel and when you're niching things down, what is going to be long lasting, what's going to become evergreen content, right? What, people are still going to want to look at in 3 years, in 5 years, in 10 years, right? Because, this is just something to think about. If you're talking about something in the sector, more than likely nobody's going to care in 2 weeks, right? So, it doesn't, is it really worth it when it comes to that? And this is why I gave a good friend of mine, I gave her the idea to create a whole nother channel, right? Instead of dealing with, whatever sector she's dealing with, to create an entire new channel that nobody else knows about, right? And to do that and then start from scratch and start from fresh. Don't worry about, what this channel is doing. You let that channel do what it does, but this new channel, you could start from fresh and start from scratch and create evergreen content on that channel and just keep going from there, right? And it's much better that way than to try to clean up a channel that you already have, which you can do too. It can be done. Shout out to Flacco. I think he could have done it faster if he had just created another channel, though. You said, that's why I retired the Godson's channel, laughing my ass off. You said the information was getting redundant. I was at the point where people get what I was saying. People will get bored of the doorbell videos on dogs, and that is facts, right? And only that's only going to go but so far. You know what I mean? And once you watch the video one time, you don't need to come back and watch it, right? And then more than likely, wherever you stop at that's it. You're not going to see people coming back to that years and years and years to come. Okay. But if you got something like a movie review channel or something along those lines, that's going to go on forever because movies are always coming out. You know what I'm saying? People are always interested in that. There's more people interested in movies than they are in doorbell videos. You know what I'm saying? Not that I'm saying that's not a thing. Not that I'm saying you can't make money off of it. Obviously, his brother on doorbell news is making money, right? Allegedly. And we don't know if that's really his brother or not. But obviously, doorbell news is making pretty good, viewership and so forth. And again, we don't know what money they're making. But they're doing pretty good, right? So, at least for what we see. So yeah, I agree with that. You said with music, sure, Spotify pass ad. You said, but don't forget Tidal, iTunes, Deezer, exactly. Multiple other platforms. YouTube is just one platform. Laughing my A off. Dude is F. All he can do is sell the channel and start over, which is unfortunate, right? And again, you got to be careful with that kind of stuff too. You said pays A, right? Darrell, and that's a fact. You said facts. AdSense is a ripoff. You're not going to make money. As a matter of fact, I had looked into demonetizing this channel at one time because it really isn't worth it. You know what I mean? But it's okay. Like, I've kept it the way it is, and I do appreciate all the super chats and stuff that I do get. So, I just keep it like it is. It's just a little check that might come every month, and that's just that, right? And it's cute to have a little couple dollars, on the side. You said AdSense definitely is a ripoff. They take 30% of everything before taxes. And that's another thing that you want to keep in mind when you're talking about niching your channel down and when you're talking about making money. YouTube is going to keep 30% of everything. That includes your super chats and your super stickers as well. Now, you're going to get your Cash Apps and your Venmos, and those things, of course, would come directly to you. But super chats don't come for like another month. And then 30% of that is gone. So if you sent me $100, I'm only going to get 70% of that. Okay. If you sent me $10, I'm only going to get 70% of that. Okay. YouTube is going to keep 30%. And so, yeah, it is a ripoff, but and then you got to think about it. And I want to say this, and I can't stress this enough. Building, and shout out to Hoodie, because he made this very clear the other day. And this is so, so true. The business of YouTube is a very shaky business, okay? Number one, you can get demonetized at any given time. If YouTube just decides that there is something you said or something that has happened that they are just offended by or whatever, they can very well demonetize you and you're no longer making any money on YouTube. You're no longer a partner, right? That whole affiliate thing and everything is going to go away, okay? But the bottom line, well, actually, you can deal with like your own sponsors if you find sponsors and stuff like that. You can do that, but it's just too much, right? So you don't want to be basing your life off of just YouTube. Like it's just one of the most shakiest businesses that you can ever think of, right? I'm not saying that you can't make money off of here. I'm not saying that you can't be very successful in making money off of here. You absolutely can, right? But you think about it in the sense of like, you want to send your kid to college with a full sports scholarship, right? More than likely, most kids, and I'm not saying that no kids get scholarships and don't get a full ride into college from whatever sports that they're playing, because they absolutely can. But most don't, okay? Most get a scholarship through academics or something like that, even if they're a good, sports team mate or whatever, they're still going to get that through some other means, okay? It's very rare, and it's not rare, but it's less likely that they will get a scholarship and a full ride scholarship through through just their sportsmanship, okay? Generally, there's some academics involved in that too. All right, so you can't just put all your ducks in one basket. You got to make sure that you've got backup plans, and this should be a backup plan. This should not be the center focus on how to make money and how to do things. And then also you got to think, who wants to do this for the rest of their life, right? Like you absolutely are going to want to get away from this at some point. You know what I'm saying? So make your money, do your thing while you're here, put that money up, do something positive with it, take that money and create new business, more stable business with that. But the bottom line is you own your own business, but you don't own any stakes in YouTube whatsoever, okay? You just become a quote unquote partner, meaning that you're allowing them to take 30% of your money every single time that you get paid. That's just pretty much what you're doing. You're not a partner, literally. There's no stakes in the business. There's no nothing. Okay. So if they decide to snatch your partnership, that's it. Okay. There's nothing else. You don't have nothing you can take them to court for, none of that stuff. Okay. And that's just kind of, the way that goes. So you got to keep that in mind when you're talking about, becoming one of these good YouTubers out here. He said he can't sell merch with Doorbell Mania on it because that's a trademark violation of WWE. He uses the same font as WrestleMania. Exactly. Which is unfortunate for him, right? But, like I said, we're trying to come up with ways, and we're talking about ways that you can make money. And that would be one of the ways that you're not. Okay. So you want to be sure that you're not following after the footsteps of some people who clearly don't know what they're talking about when it comes to making money on YouTube. I don't care how many subscribers they got last week, okay, or the week before, or the week before that. If they are not actually set up with a sponsor or with an affiliate partner or something along those lines, they are not making any kind of money on YouTube. I can guarantee it, okay? Promise you. I promise. What's up, Hoodie? I appreciate you being in the building. You said salute T Pre, salute Godfather, and salute to the Riz. You said hey to Hood Conservative. Big salute, broski. You said, Riz, is that why he's going for another channel then? I don't know. I kind of wonder if I think honestly, he doesn't really particularly know what he's doing. I think he knows people that have done this. I think he knows people that know what they're doing. They've taught him some things, but I think his attention span is kind of short, or, and he just kind of doesn't stick with the program, and then it just kind of blows up, right? Or it doesn't work out the way that he thought, or he thinks he can kind of, catfish his way into telling us what works, and that's not working. That doesn't work. But it is what it is. You said peace to Hoodie. You said Brixton, that's the only reason why people will get bored of his doorbell content. Plus the retention dwindles. Exactly. Creating another channel means times are desperate. YouTube doesn't pay enough. Exactly. He needs to go get a job. Okay. Instead of being a stay-at-home dad, he needs to go get a job. And he's not even at home. He's at his baby mama house. Like, he's actually living in his baby mama house, taking care of the kids every day. She's not even sleeping with him, not with him or anything. Shout out to Carrie for giving us that information. But yeah, he's not really doing anything with this. And that's why he has the time to go live for 10 hours a day, because literally he doesn't have anything else to do. Trust me, nobody on YouTube is making that kind of money. Even the lead attorney will tell you, okay, you gotta have some other kind of income, okay? This ain't it, all right? Just letting you know. You said, damn, fair enough. Why the big front then? Crazy. I don't know. I don't know I don't know why he thinks we care. I don't know why he thinks he has to prove this to less than 1,000 people. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, everybody has their own reasons for why they do stuff. You said even the real Ring Doorbell channel isn't getting views. LOL. Yeah, it's not life-changing, right? I don't care what anybody says. It's absolutely not life-changing. And that's just it. You said, Brixton, that's why I saw through that. People like him don't put boots on the ground. Exactly. 100. What's up, Make a Change? I appreciate you being in the building. And Officer Pillsbury, you said T-Pre salute. Salute to you as well. Definitely appreciate you. You said, does Photon also own the other doorbell channel? From what I know, no. Okay. And I'm not going to tell y'all how I know that. I'm just going to tell y'all from what I know, no. Okay. And that is a resounding no. Okay. Now I can say this. Anybody can go. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do it right now. Anybody can go into their YouTube channel, right? And they can show you their studio. I told you guys I was going to do that. So let me go ahead and open up my YouTube studio. I'll just go to YouTube real quick. And we're going to go directly from YouTube itself to the studio. That way you guys can see for yourselves how this works, okay? Because I don't want y'all to think, that somehow, you have to be doing some kind of magical screenshots and stuff like that in order for anybody to see exactly how you get into the YouTube studio. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and go right to that, because again, I don't have to screenshot anything. I don't have to do any of that. I can just simply go right to my studio. Okay, go right over to the studio. And then, we're going to kind of look over my channel. We're going to look over the Black Lounge channel. Okay, so you guys can see some of these things. You guys can see I have an active community guideline, right? That came from YouTube a few months ago, even though it falls off after a certain time. Okay, now let's go ahead and look at some of the channel analytics real quick, because as you guys can see, I can click right into my analytics right in front of you guys. I don't have to screenshot it and pretend or do any of that stuff, right? I can just go right to the channel analytics. And as you guys can see, this is not life-changing money, okay? Not at all, okay? Not at all. Now, my other channel has a bit of a higher check, okay? But this is still not life-changing, okay? Not for me. But this is just an example of what he was showing us, and how this kind of goes. Let's go over to revenue real quick, right? And just, the average revenue, and it'll be more, or it might be even less, right? But I've made other types of money over time, right? Um, this is the audience right here. Okay. This is just kind of, and this is just this channel. Okay. And again, this is on the past 28 days. All right. But this is just an overview of how you can show, what's going on. Okay. And this is your real time right here. You see your live content, how many people have watched the video in the past 40, how many people have watched the channel in the past 48 hours and so forth and so on. You can do even more time, and that kind of stuff. And you can see exactly which videos were watched, okay, in the past 48 hours and so forth and so on, okay? And as you can see, even right now with this video, now I want you guys to see something, all right? Let me give you guys, I told you guys a while back that just because you see this number in YouTube, in the YouTube, when you're on YouTube and you see how many people are watching, right? That doesn't mean that that's an accurate number. Because as you guys can see, there are allegedly 30 people watching, actually 32 people watching, but this says there's 108, okay? And when I get off of here, there will be a lot more, okay? So again, this is pretty accurate when it comes to, the accuracy of what's going on with your channel there. And I did not have to screenshot that to show you guys that, okay? That is just something that you can go in and take a look at. It's very easy to pull up instead of catfishing people. And that's just something, again, that I want you to kind of, keep in mind and keep an eye out on to understand, when people are just simply trying to dupe you and trying to tell you some dumb ish to get involved with them on some life-changing deals. Okay. Shout out to Breaking the Culture. But anyway, it says, man, them doorbell cameras are the police. Okay. I'm just saying there'll be a lot of stuff going on those, but you get tired. People get tired of watching that kind of stuff, and you can't retain an audience like that. And I can guarantee that most people that watch are not subscribing. I can guarantee it. They just come to watch one video. There might be one thing that happens that they just come to that video just for whatever, came up in the advertisement, and that's it. And they probably fast forward to that part and then they leave, right? And you said, Riz, I hear you. P even mentioned that he's fronting with erroneous numbers. Shit must be hard. Yeah, and P would know because P has been in this game for a long time, not on YouTube, but he has been in the radio business and the radio industry for years, okay? So he's very well aware of how a lot of this algorithm stuff works and, how that stuff goes. So shout out to P for his wisdom with that. You said, which channel did he copy then to come up with Doorbell Mania? Anyone know? Doorbell News is what he copied for Doorbell Mania. This new Creep Watch video, I think the bestie Ray is going to be doing a video on that. I don't know if it's going to be Ray or if it's going to be Pastor Stewart, but one of y'all need to do a video on it or I will. Okay, I'm going to wait for y'all, see what y'all do. But if y'all don't do it, I will. But shout out to Propane Oak Lane because he has a video that is posted on his community wall from a channel called Creep. What is it called? Hold on, let me look real quick because I don't want to have it wrong. But either way, he had posted a channel that Photon is now trying to take this new channel in a new direction, right? This Creep Watch channel, he's actually doing the same thing again, okay? Where he is copying off of somebody else's stuff and thinking that that is going to make money. That is not going to make money, okay, at all by just simply copying and pasting what somebody else is doing. That doesn't make money for you, okay? No. So let me go ahead and look real quick. Okay, this is called, let me share this with y'all. It's called, hold on, let me move this. And I'll present my screen. Shout out to Propane. All right, so the channel is called, what is this called? This ain't the doorbell thing. Yeah, this is it. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the channel because it's called Creep something. Oh, Creep Caught. That's what it's called. Creep Caught, guys. Okay. So this is the actual channel that Photon is trying to mimic once again. Okay. So he'll change one or two words in
Cooking is chemistry.
but
and
he'll
chemistry
he'll change one or two words in the name, but he'll completely copy what that channel is doing. Okay. And so that is what he calls becoming, creating a new channel. Okay. That's literally what he says is creating a new channel. Okay. And that is what he is attempting to do right now, which is why we are calling him Catfish DNA. Okay. Hold on 1 second, guys. Let me grab my my charger for my laptop real quick. Okay, yes. So that's why we calling him Catfish DNA, because he is literally out here like just taking the identity of something else and making it as if it's his own, and making it like he is so successful because of this. Like these just happen to be very popular things that other YouTubers have decided to do. And but they also realize it ain't that deep. You know what I mean? He's the only one trying to use these types of examples as if he's some kind of millionaire. And I still don't know why he's trying to prove that to us. Okay. I don't get it. I don't get that at all. You said Brixton Doorbell News. Yes, that's the one that he's trying to do with the Doorbell Mania. And you said Riz Lyricist, my guy. You said them photos though. They're him. They're him. Like, I mean, he always telling somebody to cam up. You know what I mean? This is what he looked like. Okay, I'm just saying. That was him in the Erykah Badu video from 20 years ago. Okay, and this is him today. I mean, that's just what it is. You said 100, Brixton. You said, don't forget to hit that like. That's right, y'all. Y'all hit that like button for me. Definitely appreciate y'all. You said, now he's about to copy the channels Creep Caught and Fear Tales. Oh, wow. So I didn't know about the Fear Tales one, but the Creep Caught, I just showed you guys that one. So shout out to Propane for pointing that shit out. You said, Steph Collins, good afternoon. Steph Collins, you said, good afternoon, Miss T. Pre. And y'all, I definitely appreciate you, one of my favorite members as moderators as well, for being in the building. You said, Steph Collins. You said, I will say he made me laugh today when he said Antichrist in Bingo Holly. Antichrist in Bingo Holly is scared of Mrs. Smoke. That got her wound up. Oh, really? I missed it. See, I was at work. I missed a lot of his show. I had played like portions of it and just listened to portions of it. But since he blocked me, you know what I'm saying, I can't really comment anyway, so it don't really matter. So I missed most of it. I was working. So, but either way, that is hilarious. That is absolutely hilarious that he said that. And she is. She definitely is. You said, Riz, the picture that Photon showed where Doorbell News got money from the Shorts Fund, do you think he faked that picture? So I'm gonna go ahead and upload that. I think I have it. Did I already upload that already? Because I meant to upload that to y'all. Let me pull that off of my Gmail real quick, guys, because I do want to show y'all something with that, because he owns the Doorbell Mania channel. Okay, he does not own Doorbell News. All right, so that is what he showed, was Doorbell News. He didn't show Doorbell Mania. Okay, and I want to make sure that everybody can kind of see that. So let me see if I can pull that up real quick, because I did take a screenshot of it. I had to take it off my TV because I couldn't, because it was something that happened with Remix's video. I think he took it down or something, but it was still playing. Like sometimes it'll still play if you don't rewind or stop or anything like that. It'll still play. So I did end up taking a screenshot of this, and yeah, child, that was crazy. Okay, that was not his channel. That's basically what I'm trying to say. But hold on, let me make sure I got the right one. Let me make sure I got, yep, this is it right here. Okay, so I'm going to download this and I'm going to upload this to StreamYard so you guys can see too, because that wasn't his shit, okay? His channel is called Doorbell Mania. It is not Doorbell News, okay? But what he tried to show us was Doorbell News, okay? And he tried to show us a screenshot, and I'm going to pull it up right now. He tried to show us a screenshot. I wish I could make it bigger. Damn it. You know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to show y'all. Let's just present my screen. I'm going to upload. I'm going to make this bigger on my screen. That way you guys can see, because this ain't it, y'all. Okay, this ain't it. All right, let's go ahead and present my screen so you guys can see a large picture of this. Okay, because this nigga lying. Okay. So this, it says, as you guys can see, let me make sure you guys can see it. Okay. As you guys can see right here, this says, congrats Doorbell News. Based on your shorts performance last month, you are eligible for $1,079.53. If you go to the Doorbell News channel, and I'm going to pull that up real quick. All right, I'm going to pull that up real quick. Because otherwise, at this point, just like he's got to show us the Lambo, he's going to have to go into his studio, just like I went into my studio just now. He's going to have to go into the Doorbell News studio and prove to us that he actually runs that channel and he is able to get into that channel and he can show us the statistics on that channel. Other than that, he's lying. Doorbell News. Let's go ahead and pull up Doorbell News. So I'm going to show you guys Doorbell News, and then I'm also going to show you guys Doorbell Mania, okay? Because we're going to see the difference in these. So Doorbell News is right here. Let me go ahead and share this tab. So this one is Doorbell News, okay, as you guys can see. Now remember from this thing, showed us, right? Hold on, let me stop this real quick. And that sounds like very much like his brother talking. So shout out to Photon's brother. Okay, I do believe that he knows the person that has Doorbell News, okay, which is this channel right here. And this is what he tried to show us the other day on Remix's channel. Okay, so he tried to show us this, and this is Doorbell News, okay? But he showed us a screenshot of an email. He didn't show us, he didn't go in there and say, hey, this is what I got. Hey, y'all, let me show y'all this, because I would be able to show you guys such a thing if this is what belonged to me, okay? It wouldn't be something that would be, questionable, or whether or not, this is actually mine, okay? This to me looks like something that, can be manipulated, or it could have been something that he received, from somebody else, took a screenshot on his phone, or whatever from somebody else, as opposed to, this being his actual thing. Okay. And like I said, it would be that much easier to just go into your studio and show, if you really wanted to show everybody, what you're making or what's available to you or whatever, you would just show everybody what that is, as opposed to, hey, let me show you this quick screenshot and just take my word for it. Let's take a look at Doorbell Mania real quick. So let me pull that up while you guys are still looking at Doorbell News. And again, shout out to Photonia DNA, okay? Let's take a look at Doorbell Mania and let's see what that says, okay? Because that is his channel. And like I said, we all know, because we were all part of that channel at one time as subscribers when he was Photon DNA over there, okay? So this is Doorbell Mania, okay? This is his actual channel. This is the channel that used to say Photon DNA, and then he wiped the channel for about a month, and then he started uploading these videos, okay? Now, he does get a pretty decent amount of numbers on these videos. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. He gets 123,000, 237,000. These are some of the more popular. The most popular video that he has was from 5 months ago that had 368,000 views, okay? That's pretty much it. There's no million views or none of that stuff. I do think he has a couple of shorts that have million views on it, but I'm not sure. But either way, the bottom line is it ain't that deep, okay? No, his shorts are making 50,000 views, 117,000 views, 118,000 views. So he's making pretty good, Okay, this one's pretty close. This is 900,000 views right here. So he's doing pretty good on the channel. But again, if and I don't have YouTube Premium, guys. So look, we can go ahead and take a look at one of these videos, for instance, okay, and see whether or not, there's ads on it, okay? Because again, it'll be pretty easy to see, okay? Because again, I don't have Premium. You guys would see Premium right there, okay? Now, it looks like
all health insurance is not the same. At NCBS Health, we're built differently. Our individual and family plan bring together the quality health coverage of Aetna.
All right. So I can say that when I'm clicking on them, I'm seeing ads. So hold on one second, guys. Hold on one second, guys. Let me put you guys on a quick timer. I got somebody at my door. One moment, guys. One moment. All right, so I did see ads on that video right there in particular. Okay, now I don't know what the reasoning is behind that. Like I said, to me, it would sound like he's monetized. Okay, so that looks to me like he is monetized. So I think that may have been debunked at this point. Okay, but either way, this is in fact his channel. Okay, and again, that does, just because you're monetized, I'm monetized too. You guys saw what my check was, right? So, it's not that much. I'm not about to quit my job behind YouTube, okay? Even if this month I get $10,000, because I'm going to tell y'all, and there have been people that have said this. I remember Kip had said this. I want you to show me somebody in this sector that has made $1,000 in 1 month on YouTube. I have absolutely done that, right? But that doesn't mean the next month I'm going to make $1,000, or the month after that I'm going to make 1,000, right? Or the month after that, I'm going to make 1,000. I might make 1,000 this month, and then next month it might be 200, right? The month after that, it might be 10,000. The month after that, it might be 2 million, right? We don't know, right? But the bottom line is, it's not steady, right? It's not going to be the same every single month if you're not actually in it with partners and sponsorships and stuff like that. If you're just strictly relying on AdSense and strictly relying on YouTube super chats and super stickers and all that stuff, you are going to lose. I guarantee you. Okay. It's just not going to work out. And you're going to be pretty upset with yourself over that. So I hope you guys got to see that tab where I was showing you guys the Doorbell Mania, where you guys can kind of see exactly what's going on with that channel. And again, this is Doorbell News. Okay. This is not his channel. Okay, and I can say that with a resounding not. I'm not going to say how I know that, but I can guarantee you this is not his channel. Okay, you guys can do your own research. You can look into it yourself, just like I did, and you can find out that it's not his channel. Okay, so why he was showing us this, I don't know. Okay, because this does not say Doorbell Mania. That says Doorbell. This says Doorbell News. Okay. Like as if this is the channel that he's showing us, when in actuality, it should say this. Okay, so I'm not really sure why he's showing us any of this stuff. But either way, it looks like he is, in fact, monetized. Okay, so Not sure what's going on with that, but yeah. Okay. But even with the monetization, that does not mean that you're getting to that bag. Okay. So I just wanted to say that as well and just make that very, very clear. Let me go ahead and get back to you guys' comments because, again, I really appreciate all of you. And I do want to get up out of here at some point. So, yes, that picture that I just showed you guys was, in fact, from Doorbell News and not Doorbell Mania. So I'm not sure why he was showing us that, right? And why, other than him wanting us still to think that he's somehow rich, and even $1,000 can't tell me a damn thing in my household. I don't know about y'all. I don't know what type Section 8 type shit y'all on, but honey, $1,000 ain't gonna tell me nothing about my household, okay? Nothing at all. Trust me. Nothing at all. They can eat $1,000 in a month, okay? $1,000, okay, in food alone, okay, in our household. You said, good afternoon, beautiful, the beautiful Bernice. Yeah, good afternoon, Bernice. Definitely appreciate all of y'all for being in the building. You said, make a change. I honestly haven't seen that picture he showed because I blackballed his channel and content. However, I seriously wouldn't doubt Photoshop was at play. Thank you. Well, now you tell me what you think about the picture, because I just showed you guys that picture. And then I showed you guys Doorbell News, Doorbell Mania, okay? You said, make a change, Doorbell News picture or Doorbell Mania. It was definitely Doorbell News that was on that picture. What's up, Redbone, with the new money? Definitely appreciate you, and I hope you and the family are doing well. And you said, hey, Miss T. Pre in chat, driving. Okay, I appreciate you listening in the clouds. You said, make a change. Let's say he doesn't run the other Doorbell channel. You have to have no life to keep starting new channels unless to sell them, right? And even selling a channel is not going to end up well because YouTube is going to end up shutting that down. If you buy a channel from somebody, that's another thing you need to know. Don't go out here buying channels from people that have become successful with their channel with subscribers, right? Because again, keep in mind, just because somebody has 100,000 subscribers doesn't mean they're making a lot of money, okay? And then you go and investing money into some channel thinking you can purchase this channel, YouTube is going to end up shutting you down eventually, okay? Because you didn't authentically create that channel, okay? They'll shut that down. They definitely will. You said, Riz Lyricist, did you shadow ban him? And another thing about that is when, say I did go buy a channel from one of y'all, right? Or buy a channel from somebody, and that person had 1 million subscribers, right? And they were doing whatever they were doing. And then they scrub the channel and then they sell the channel to me. And then I start, like, say they were doing gaming, right? And then I start doing makeup tutorials. Everybody that was watching that gaming channel, all 1 million of those subscribers are going to be wondering, who the heck am I? Why am I doing makeup when they were here for gaming? And they're all going to unsubscribe or they're all going to just not watch, right? So that did nothing for me to put money into a channel that YouTube is only going to shut down and that I'm also not going to, be able to keep any retention on, doesn't make any sense at all. What's up, Propane? You said, this is what I wake up to. Woof. I'm just saying, child. Listen, we had to talk about the catfish. You said Stephanie Collins blackballed him. Right. You said Stephanie Collins blackballed him. Right. You said, make a change. Someone suggested that Doorbell News was his brother's channel and that the narrator's voice sounds like Photon's brother. Myself, I'm not sure. Well, it's because we don't really have those videos to compare anymore. Like Photon takes every single one of his videos down. As a matter of fact, I think the last time his brother was on his channel was on that channel that is now Doorbell Mania, where it was at one time it was Photon DNA. His brother was on that channel. And so we've heard from him and so forth and so on. So unless one of these clippers out here like Sector Wars or Ancestors or one of these other clip channels have a copy of that, we don't really have a way of comparing his voice to that. But from what I remember, the brother's voice does sound like Doorbell News, from what I remember. So, but we'll see. Well, either way, he said, Riz, the picture was from Doorbell News. I don't think most people caught it. And that's what I caught it right away. That's what made me take a picture of it. I was like, oh, he lying. Okay. He lying. Okay. Come on now. Who does that? I'm just saying that he definitely did. You said theory number 1, he's getting paid by the camera companies who are paid by the police and pay the police. Or 2, he's getting paid by the police. You know what? I don't think so. I think he's just taking these videos from Doorbell News and other channels that do that as well, and just reposting them to his channel and just adding his own, conversation to it, adding his own words and stuff. You said, I would hate to be considered the great value brother in my family. No, created a new meltdown for this man. Not the great brother, not the great value brother. No, he is definitely that, though. You said make a change. Really? Hopefully someone took a screenshot because I missed it. Well, you've seen it now. What's up, Poetic Flacco? I appreciate you being in the building. You said AdSense isn't a ripoff. It's worth it. You just have to drop a lot of videos. Right. And that's what I was saying. I was saying, it's so for somebody like myself, it's a ripoff, right? Somebody like yourself that has a lot more footing on YouTube. You're on No Jumper. You've got other things going on. You've got your other stuff. AdSense makes sense to you. But I know damn well you're not making your money from only AdSense, especially considering the fact that you're actually a partner or you're actually working with No Jumper. So you can say that kind of stuff, okay? But we cannot, all right? And I'm just saying. You said, Vici, I don't know if he is affiliated with the channel. However, before that channel was started, Photons show a document he was working on, and that document is on that channel. Okay, well, I'd like to see that. And then what I do think, and like I said, I do think he knows who owns the channel. I just think he's not involved in it. You said Triggs, right? You said Flacco got verified before Doorbell Mania. Flacco is doing things the smart way. Phothong BBL not only steals videos, but he takes people. Exactly. And the thing about Flacco, you really created your own way. You created your own niche. You created your own lane. And, even though people tried to say you were like academics and you were like this and you were like that, you are a household name here on YouTube. Everybody knows you. Everybody's talking about you, right? You're being talked about on Reddit. You're being talked about everywhere. Like everywhere your name is ringing bells. Nobody's talking about Photon. Okay, so AdSense might make a lot more sense for a person like you as opposed to a person like myself or a person like, other people. You said he takes people's intellectual property. Exactly. You said, yep, I remember that. Make a change. He was mad at me when I made a comment about it in Shakim's chat a few months ago. You said, speak on it. Okay. You said, salute, make a change. Hey, I am human first. I appreciate you being in the building. You said these graphics, BLD serious with her graphics. Black Lounge Divine. I am. I appreciate you being in the building. You said, Riz, why would you say he is still stealing the videos? I have access to all those videos. Okay. You said, Riz, you actually do too. You said, make a change. Do you? What's the website? You said, make a change. What do you mean? Elaborate. Yeah, elaborate on that. You said, what the hell is Doorbell Mania? That is Photon's channel. That's one of his channels. And there's another channel called Doorbell News that all his videos that are on his channel kind of came from. You said, Poetic Flacco beats me, LOL. You said, we all do, actually. Well, yeah, it's called ring.com. It's a website called ring.com. Anybody can go to it, and you can pull up any of those things. And also, Doorbell News has, no, I'm going to tell y'all too much if I say that, because then I would end up telling y'all how I know that's not his channel. But either way, y'all do some research, y'all, okay? Okay, Mace Mob, Troll Gang, y'all need to do some research on that, okay, to find out how we know that's not his channel, okay? But you can definitely take a look and find out. Just letting you know. You said, make a change. The point is, he took those videos and are monetizing them. I wouldn't be surprised if someone flagged his video because they appear on it, voice or physical form, which could very well happen. That could very, very well happen. As a matter of fact, this recently happened to Anti-Afro Svengali, okay? She had a video up trying to make fun of Pillsbury. And it turns out that the video she was using was from a farm, and this was their intellectual property, and YouTube made her take that shit down. That's what happened. You said, how I wake up and he's still getting dragged. Okay. You said Riz, maybe. You said ball gone. Okay. What's up, Spot? I appreciate you. I like when you be saying that shit. You said propane. This is all your fault. Okay. He started this ish early in the morning and stuff had me going. Man, I was cracking up at work this morning with y'all, man. Y'all niggas is crazy. You said lead attorney making money off of legal consultations. Exactly. He ain't making money off of AdSense and all this other BS. He makes money off of direct sponsors, makes money off of other ways, but it ain't AdSense at all. You said telling all these lies doesn't make any sense. Okay. I don't understand it. You said he failed to get on his Cash App, Propane Oak Lane. Okay. $600 an hour. Right. You said make a change. You can see what I mean, though, right? Because I see a lot of those Ring videos on Reddit. People do copyright those videos. He'll need permission. And there are too many people to ask, LOL. Exactly. And like I said, Doorbell News. I don't want to say exactly what I want to say, but Doorbell News does that. Okay, for sure. They are doing that. What you're saying, that is what they're doing. I'm not going to tell you how I know that, but I know for a fact that Doorbell News is getting permission to use those videos. 100% permission. I know it for a fact. And you said, Triggs, you said spot on mental illness in the sector. Don't make no sense. It run rampant around here, honey. Run rampant. You said this man has mentioned Arby's over 30 times in a week full of live streams. He has issues and wants to paint others as the problem, right? And this is why I can, like, if I do decide to listen in on him, I just be laughing, right? It's just funny at this point, you know? But once I realized, like yesterday, I mean, you know, I put the whole thing up about him being triggered and stuff because I wanted to trigger him again, and I knew I could, right? I knew I could get under his skin. And then when I seen that AAS had said something, I was, if Anti is telling you to tune out of this shit, you know you need to start tuning out. If Anti-Afro Svengali is telling you to tune out, it's time to let it go, okay? Like, really, I'm just saying, I had to put that up there. But after that, I was like, you know what? I'm not going to keep getting under his skin. I mean, I know I'm doing it right now, but I'm not going to keep doing this, you know, because clearly he can't take the roasting, you know. It is clear he can't take it, okay? I mean, this guy will go on a tangent for hours and hours. And when he's supposed to be watching his kids, when he's supposed to be feeding his kids and taking them places and stuff, he want to be crying to the sector. You know what I'm saying? About Maseratis and Lamborghinis and black women and all kinds of stuff and Vixen Chronicles and all this other stuff. Everything other than what he's actually doing to get his life together. You know what I'm saying? And get back to what he was 20 years ago. Okay, I'm just saying. I don't know. But, you know, hey, it is what it is. Cocaine is a hell of a drug, allegedly. You said, I'm not doing this today. Okay. You said, boom. That's what I was talking about. Okay. You said, Propane, you lit the match, sir. Your job is done. Okay. Your job's done, sir. It's already done. You said, CEC T-Pre $143 and said he wants his cut. Okay. You said, make a change. You said, can someone in the comments break down what's going on? No, you're going to have to go back on and look at this, honey. Shit. He said, Flacco, basically, Photon is a dusty plagiarizer. That's pretty much what's going on in a nutshell. There you go, bestie. Appreciate that. You said, is it live 6 or live 7 coming soon? We don't know. I'm sure it's going to be, because I'm about to get off of here, so I'm sure he's going to be live pretty soon trying to debunk the pre on what she's saying, okay? You said, Ray Triggs, now actually tell me what's going on. That's really what's going on. That's what we're talking about right now. A plagiarizing Dusty. That's what we're talking about, pretty much. You said, Flacco, Phothong, BBL is a hater, LOL. He claims he makes a lot of money from YouTube, which is a fallacy. Exactly. Okay, number 8. That's what it's going to be. Going live at 8 o'clock. That's what's going to happen. While the kid's still up, okay? You said, Flacco lost. You said, that's what you get for leaving us, okay? You said, I hope Drama will. If he don't, I will. Okay. I'm looking forward to one of y'all doing it. Hey, TMK, appreciate you being in the building. One of my favorite mods out here. You said, Brixton, did you see my song Swagger Jacker? It answered your question. Okay, definitely did. You said, Riz, he probably does. The Doorbell Mania channel is his channel. That is definitely his channel. The Doorbell News channel is not. You said, oh yeah, and he got triggered from Swagger Jacker. That's where it all began. Daggone shame. Daggone shame. Y'all did this. Y'all did this, TMK and Riz. You said, Riz lyricist, actually it began at the song Mentiroso, which is the anthem that was dedicated to him. Oh, shit. You said, Poetic Flacco, yeah, it is. It's his. He probably does. But the moral of it all is that he can't keep it up. That's why he keeps making new channels. Exactly. Exactly. You said, I heard that Photon and his family own a part of Doorbell News. You got to tell us where you heard that, and you got to prove it. Just because people say things, see, we don't do that anymore around here. We prove with facts. We don't just say things, right? We have to prove it. So far, what I've gotten and what I've seen and who I've spoken to, no, sir, that is not the case. Okay. Now, what I'm not going to say, or I'm not going to confirm or deny whether a family member owns it, but what he doesn't own a damn thing. And that's just that, except Doorbell Mania. You said TMK Media, nice, LOL. Hey, Carrie Ann, I appreciate you being in the building. You said the classic countdown, LOL. You said, hey, to Carrie, you gonna still try to get her out for coffee in the Maserati, Ray? You said, dang, Whale Pre didn't just run that basic intro when she is the queen of commercials. You know it. You said, I hope y'all know that when men insult Photon, he's gonna go home and beat me. Damn shame, girl. I would block his number and say fuck him, because you deserve much better. You don't deserve that. You don't deserve that bullshit. You said Riz lyricist, he probably makes like 3,000 to 6,000 on YouTube off that channel alone, and he has multiple channels, so I don't think he's lying about that. Again, you would have to prove that to us, Flacco, because I don't believe that at all. You said, please tell Photon you think he's so rich I don't have to get beat, right? He said, thanks for watching, everyone. Please like, share, and subscribe to Black Lounge Divine. You said, TMK Media, fair enough. You said, Poetic Flacco, true. I see your point. Yeah, I would have to see, like, I know with the Doorbell News, I can see that based off of their some things that I've seen after doing some research on that channel, but not on that channel, not on Doorbell Mania. No. And you and I both know, Flacco, I know you like to come over here and cape for certain people, but at the end of the day, you and I both know that when we just went over this earlier in the show, so you might want to go back and look at some even larger content creators than yourself that have spoken directly to this information and spoke directly to exactly how money is made and what niches to get into to make that money and so forth and so on. So you can take a look at that if you'd like to. And again, you're coming from a completely different space when you are actually, working for a huge partner like Adam 22, okay, like No Jumper. So definitely can understand why you would be making that kind of money, but not him. Okay, so unless you plan on bringing him on to the team, then, we don't believe you. Okay, we need to see proof of that. And that's just that. We no longer going with, I don't know, you've been away from us for so long, Flacco. I think you don't realize that in our sector, we no longer go with narratives around here. We need proof and evidence from here on out. And yeah, we're asking for proof. If you don't have that, yeah, I hear you, but nah, we ain't believing that shit. You said, true, I see your point. You said, Siga, hey, yo, is that a troll? No, that's her. You said, that's her. You said, when Hoodie yelled Leatherface, I damn near dropped my phone. I did start that name, though. I mean, y'all can see the picture of what he looked like, okay? Now, you can see what he used to look like. You can see what he looks like now. And yeah, okay, I'm just saying, hey, it is what it is. You said, is that the Bag Lady video? Yeah, the one with him 20 years ago. Yep, that's him. That's him in that video. You said, hey, Triggs. You said, Siga Triggs. And you said, I challenge him to stick to that channel and make it bigger. Exactly. Or I challenge him to show us from going into his studio, like I did, that he's making $3,000 to $6,000 a month like Flacco said. We got to see it, not from, because Social Blade said something different. But let's go ahead and go into his actual studio, because the studio will tell you exactly how much, at least estimate of how much you're going to make. You said, Missy, quote, beat biter, dope style taker, originator, or just an imitator, stealing our beats like you're the one who made them. Timberlands, the teacher, and I'm the one who grades them. Okay. You said T-Pre gonna get my other eye black. He's rich. I tells you, he's rich. Okay, honey, he rich. You said y'all didn't hear that from me. Okay. You said, Carrie, we're gonna have to find another way to protect you. Okay, honey. Shit. We'll kick his ass. I wish he would. You said, I don't believe any of that. It seems like the more he gets exposed, the more lies he pours on. Yeah, that's the crazy part about it. It's like, and his lies can be so easily debunked. It's not even funny. Like, I'm going to need to see, like you're just going to have to go in there and show us at this point. If you show us the Lambo and you show us in your studio that you own Doorbell News and that you are making $3,000 to $6,000 a month on Doorbell Mania, we're going to go ahead and fuck with you. Okay. You are back above Triggs as king of the sector. Other than that, yeah, we don't believe you, sir. We just don't. You said, Triggs, can you get all the men together to say I'm ugly and they don't want me? Maybe I'll get away with a light beating if y'all do. Right. And that's a damn shame. And you can tell that he would be like that in real life with you. You know what I'm saying? If y'all were in close proximity to each other, or if y'all were really, living together or something like that, you can tell that's the kind of personality he has. Even though you're much taller than him, you would probably like crush him, right? But because he's only like 5'5", right? And thin in the thighs, so yeah, you would probably really crush him for real. But at the end of the day, yeah, that's the kind of guy he would be if he was able to be. You said the men's protection. You said, can't do that, Carrie. I would be a hypocrite since I'm trying to flirt with you. Oh. You said, Triggs trying to get me killed and all my secrets exposed, and Photon going to get me fired. Oh, no. He on the phone with Tucker right now. He like, Principal such and such. She on T-Priest's channel talking about me. You need to fire her. You said the Doorbell content is easy to make. The most time consuming is the editing and going through and finding the interesting videos. Exactly. Which could probably take 30 minutes or so. You said, Carrie, it's time to expose his secrets. Did you hear what he said about you today? My recon team has the clips if needed. Wow. He was talking shit about her today. You said, where do you get raw access to Doorbell content through Make a Change? Or are all those channels just stealing and repurposing each other's stuff? So I know for a fact, I'm not going to tell you again how I know, but I know for a fact that Doorbell News, or at least from what I see, right? Doorbell News is actually legitimately getting these videos from people sending them to them, right? He's not, but they are for sure. And but anybody can look at these videos on that website, ring.com. You said like the interrogation channels do. Exactly. You said does not YouTube run ads even if you're not monetized? They made that announcement to you. You know what, TMK? You are absolutely right. So just because you see ads does not mean somebody is monetized. That is 100% a fact. You are right about that. And that's something I did not remember. And you're right. So you do not have to be monetized for ads to be playing on your video. That is absolutely true. You said, shit, the most I ever made was 1,500 on that, and that was 2021. Laughing my ass. Right. Like, like I've made over 1,000 in 1 month. Shout out to The Godfather, right? I have made over 1,000 in 1 month, but I haven't it wasn't next month and then the month after and then months before that either. You know what I mean? Like it fluctuates up and down. You know what I'm saying? Like 1 month it might say 500. Another month it might say 3. Another month it might say 2, right? This month you see, like it ain't that much. Depends on what you're doing, and it depends on what, what's going on. You said Vici is very easy. You said facts. You said, Triggs, no, I don't want to know. I can't deal with him attacking me because you embarrassing him, right? But girl, fuck him. You said, how he's a nobody. Nobody gives a fuck what he thinks. We just be watching his shit to laugh at his ass. That's why most people don't even come out his clouds. You said, how did he get access to that image? What image? I'm not sure which image. Like I said, the one from Doorbell News. Well, it could have been, he could have stolen it for one, right? It's like I said, I went right to it. I can take and screenshot that picture myself. I can do a shot of that, upload that, and make it my own if I wanted to. So it's possible that he did that. You said the doorbell videos are all over Reddit. Okay. You said, I know, I just wanted him to read that. I wouldn't play that for you. Right. You said, make a change. I hear you and agree with that. You said, he can only get access to that image via the back end unless he photoshopped it. Exactly. So there's more than one way, right? You said, before Doorbell Mania started, Photon showed views from Doorbell News. Shortly after he showed that, Mania kicked off. Okay, so we'll see what happens. And like I said, I'm not sure. I'll just say this. I know he does not own Doorbell News. I can say that I'm not going to confirm or deny whether a family member does or not, but I know he doesn't. And that's a fact. You said, I thought about it, and me going back at him just gives him an excuse to fight me instead of a man. I'm sick of getting beat. But Carrie, you need to understand that you're not the only woman he's attacking. He comes after me every single day. Every day. You just don't watch. But literally, anybody in here can tell you, I am always up and down that man's voice all day long. So you're not the only man. You're not the only woman he's talking shit about. Teresa is another woman that he is constantly coming for, right? Constantly coming for Teresa. Anybody that he thinks supports Ray Triggs, he is literally zapping the fuck out. So I get it, but you're not the only woman that he's coming for, because he's definitely talking shit about me and everybody else too. And I get it, but that's the kind of person he is. And he's going to talk about you and me and everybody else until he gets it out his system. Whether we talk about him or not, he's still going to talk about you and still going to talk about me and everybody else. So therefore, I ain't going to stop talking about him. Like, for real, I can care less. I am not going to stop talking about that dude. You said, I don't think it's Photoshop. Okay. You said he shows it to show that he is affiliated with that channel. Possible or possibly not. You said, I wouldn't quit work for YouTube. Okay. Facts. You said, why would you show a receipt from your brother's page from a year ago? That says a lot for anyone with common sense. Right. Exactly. You said, Fresh and Fit kind of taught me a valuable lesson. Okay. Just saying. You said the Doorbell News avatar could have been put in place of Doorbell Mania. As far as the text, you see where it says, congrats, Doorbell News. Exactly. You says he could have cut out news from another part of the text and dragged it. Like, y'all got to understand, and I agree with you, Riz, because, I mean, you got to understand how easy it is to Photoshop something like that. That is not hard to do and to make it look believable. Like, we're not going to pretend that that's not the case, right? We can act and help him feel better, you know, by throwing a bunch of stuff out here to pretend. But at the end of the day, the receipts ain't receipting, okay? They're just not. Especially, like I said, y'all are welcome to look into this yourself. Like, you're welcome to look into this yourself and see whether or not he owns that channel, because they're not just on YouTube, okay? Just to let you know. He said, those who are successful in life have not the need to constantly prove it, especially to those who don't matter. Exactly, Dr. Bombay. Shout out to you, because you're absolutely right. Why is he trying to prove to us that he's making all this money and that he's doing all this stuff? He would be out spending it or out doing something productive with his life instead of screaming at YouTube for 10 or 11 hours a day, okay, if he was really doing all this stuff, right? Let's just be real. You said, and keep in mind, Photon is not no young man, okay? Photon is in his 40s, okay? He's like in his mid to late 40s. He's not no little boy. He's not no young guy like Flacco is, right? Like, Flacco is in his mid 20s. Flacco can talk this type of shit, not Photon. Photon don't have time for that, okay? Yeah, he's not in a position to be doing that kind of stuff. He needs to be doing something productive for his family. And the fact that he's living with his baby mama in the side bedroom, okay, and watching the kids during the day while she's at work tells me he's not making $3,000 to $6,000 a month. Just saying. You said, I remember it was a big thing in 2021 when a group of women bought a Manosphere channel for $400. It was the content for damn near 2 months. However, the channel flopped in 6 months. Exactly. You said Fresh and Fit didn't teach me. They reaffirmed what I thought. He said Doorbell News is his brother's channel. Okay, so and I'm gonna leave that there because I'm not gonna refute what you're saying. You said look at the name. Like I said, I'm not gonna refute what you're saying. You said the ancestors. What's up, the ancestors? You said Siga. You said shout out to Dee and Paige, right? You said Godmother, my Sagittarian brain was doing research just now. I found a lead to who may be Doorbell News. Keep in mind, this is just research and not concrete. Okay, let me go ahead and see if, let me go ahead and grab that link real quick. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me play y'all a timer. We're going to play a photon timer real quick, okay? Because this one going to piss him off since he don't like to be talking about the Chronicles.
Who have had nothing but negative to say about me, I'm going to pray for you. I'm going to pray for you. And then when it comes to Michael Henderson trying to slander me and all this other extra stuff, first of all, let's address that real quick. Michael, stop. You and I have been broken up since 2010. You just want to be relevant in my life. You seen that I got published, and as soon as you saw that I got published, you went straight to my sister and tried to send her this bogus ass thing, trying to slander me and dog me because you saw that I had finally made it in my career and I'm doing something well. You and I have been broken up. I did not pin a baby on you. Stop saying I pinned a baby on you. You knew what it was, just like my sister went out on a limb, and she didn't even have to justify it or say anything because I didn't give a fuck. Because you've been trying to be relevant for years and you're not. Quit trying to make everything about you. This has nothing to do with you. This is about Victor, not you. You know damn well you knew that he was not yours. You wanted to be with me and you wanted to be a family. You didn't want your family to know that you were with a woman that was with child. That's what happened. You got butthurt because you put your hands on me. Because I tried to go to a party with Renika and her mom.
Oh my. Woo child, listen. Listen. Whoa. I'm gonna have to look into it a little bit more. I'm gonna spend a little bit more time on it before I completely confirm that. But sweetheart, that was a very good lead right there. Shout out to the godson. And yes, baby, I'm gonna need y'all now to prove the stuff that y'all saying, okay? I need you to prove it. Do not come in this chat. Do not go nowhere else just saying stuff because you want to root for Photon and you want to be his cheerleader. No, I'm going to need you to prove it because, baby, there's some evidence going on out here. Shout out to y'all niggas. Shout out to y'all. And I knew if I said, if y'all just do a little bit of research, just y'all did more. You did more than I did. Okay. You got more than me out that shit. Okay. Y'all need to go ahead and hit that link if y'all want to. And then come back and tell me who that is. Just say it. You said who? He says, so do people steal in the T sector because y'all talk about the same thing? The same thing what do you mean? You got to go further with that. But I don't know what you're talking about. You said it's never a good idea to leave a federal job to save Sims. Okay, just saying, Fresh and Fit, right? You said defrauded. What's up, Mace Mob? You said already have. I knew you would. Just saying. You said beautiful Bernice. I'm laughing to keep from crying. My face hurts from all the beatings. You know what? You said, if someone tries to steal my pregnant squirrel video, I'm striking that ass. Okay. You said, yep, Doorbell News definitely gets permission. He had a video submission form. Well, you put it in the chat. Okay. So, yep, that's what I know. You said, imagine leaving being a federal agent to do YouTube, then losing monetization. His behavior made him unable to go back, all because of some simps. Okay. Just saying. You said, I'm waiting for his new sneakers to drop. Call psych. You said LOL 2MK. You said that nigga don't even own a doorbell. I'm just saying. You said Carrie laughing my ass off. He said, wouldn't it be weird to jack your own brother's content though? Well, now that's questionable too, honey. Y'all need to go hit that link, because everybody know what his brother looked like, right? If y'all know what his brother looked like, right? You said leaving, making $120,000 to $240,000. Full medical benefits, TSP matching, paid holiday vacation paid, and half overtime, right? Just for some shit that may or may not last. I mean, you said Marion was correct to cry. He also needed the donkey of the day. He definitely got donkey of the year for that. You said, Carrie, I think you should review that thought deeper on your channel. Child. You said, Triggs, stay trying to get me beat. You know what? You said, Leatherface, laughing my ass off. Okay. You said, to be called Leatherface by someone who's seen you in person is, never mind. I'm faceless. Let me show. Yeah, because he triggered by your brown arm, honey. He is triggered by that brown arm. Okay. You said, a little YouTube nepotism never hurt nobody. You know, Jewish folk are keeping the content in-house. Okay. Just saying. You said, Vici, why wouldn't they mind the same content? That's weird. Right. You said, Carrie, I'm just trying to find a reason to come watch your lives. Okay. You said, the moral of the story is this dude is hiding. I don't trust content creators who aren't transparent. Flacco is transparent because he told us he was going to No Jumper, etc. Fothong is just a weenie. Exactly. And he does not compare in any way, shape, form, or fashion to what Flacco is doing. And like I said, I know Flacco. I know you like to come over because there's certain people you like and you want to come back and cape for them because for some reason, because you've been gone so long, you think this sector is still based off of a bunch of narratives, and it's not. Okay. We want the facts now. We want the truth. And we are dragging niggas for not giving us the truth. That's what's happening out here now. So you might want to get with the truth out here and then come back with some actual facts. You said, LOL, Ray Triggs, and sometimes I get carried away. And then you said, I am human first. Let me simp in peace, sir. You said, not thin in the thighs. Yeah, he 5'5", thin in the thighs. Just said, okay. You said, VT. You said, Godfather, that was a whole fact, okay? You said, yeah, I heard him go at you too, T-Pre. Everybody but Triggs or Smoke. He don't want no smoke with either one of them. Just say, or Hoodie either. He talk a little bit of shit, but, and even with me, once I got on that panel with him on Hoodie show, oh, it's just jokes, T-Pre. It ain't nothing. It's just for entertainment. And oh no, it's no big deal. I love you. I'm like, okay. You said, oh, pretty graphics. Thank you. Appreciate that. You said, not concrete, could be another random dude with a deep voice, but I did search Doorbell News on Bing, not Google, and that article popped up. Sucking dick in the dungeon equals finally made it. Okay. You said, I'm going to do more research. What I'm going to do is send Doorbell News an email and ask him to provide his name if he wants me to send him a ring video under a throwaway email, of course. 100. Yep. Well, Photon will be watching this, so I'm sure he'll be telling them if he does know them, right? But at the same time, if you do that, he will never know when you do it. Okay. You said, I'm going to need Shakem to provide Phothong BBL's real name again in spelling. Oh, it's Alim Asim. I can do more research on the back end. Carrie going in. LOL. All right. Let me see. I think it's Alim. Let me see. I think it's Don't get me wrong, but I think it's Alim Asim, but I'm not 100% sure about that. But it's something along these lines. That's what his name is. Okay, it's something along those lines right there. But either way, guys, we out of here. I'm pretty sure he'll be going live, cussing me the fuck out in the next few minutes. But I definitely appreciate y'all for being in the building. Make sure that y'all hit the like button on the way out. Shout out to P and to Propane. I got me a new timer. I didn't put it together for this show, but I will have it up for the next show. Okay. Definitely appreciate y'all for the new Black Lounge timer. And guys, I will talk to y'all later. Definitely appreciate y'all for being in the building. And make sure y'all hit the like button on the way out. Okay. You said, how the hell you spell that? Laughing my ass off. Alim Asim. I think that's what it is. I'm not 100% sure. But I know that's his name or something like that. But I'm not sure if that's how you spell it. But I think so. All right, guys. Peace, guys. Thank y'all for watching. Definitely appreciate y'all for being in the building. Hit that like button, guys.